Hello and welcome to Supreme Commander Forged Alliance. We're taking a break from the ranked games. I'm going to be trying to cast as many team games as I can. I thought I'd start it off with one of the most epic games that has been played recently. This is a 6 versus 6, and it's on a 6v6 version of ISIS that I've actually never seen before, but it looks pretty interesting. And I will briefly go through each player, and then I'm going to close the score screen because it's just a little bit too much to look at. So we got the Blade, Elias, Chevalier, Kosher, Voodoo, and Freshie on a team. So we got like what is this? 4 Germans? Yeah, so it's at least this side is a heavily German side. So it looks like a very solid team overall. Over here we have Maverick, UK Open, Root, Tiep, Deathly, and Ketchup 4682. And here on the side there's a Russian swing to things. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this just so we can see more of the game. I might even close that as well. And now to get on with the game, I'm not even gonna attempt to go through the starting build orders because it's gonna be a little bit overwhelming. And usually what happens with 6v6, at least with however I play it, usually since it's spread out like this, there's usually one game going on up here and then another game going on down here, and no one really looks at the other side. And it only becomes important once somebody wins or loses their side, then they can check to see how things have been going on the other side of the map. So obviously you have to depend on your teammates, and you cannot help them nearly as much as you could in a smaller team game like 2v2 or 3v3. 6v6 is a little bit overwhelming to everybody. You can see already there's a ridiculous number of orders queued up. Looks like the first action of the game, Chevalier is raiding UK Open, and yeah, it's probably the first kill of the game. I can't imagine anything else having gotten killed yet. And looking at the teams, for Freshie, Kosher, and Voodoo, I'd have to give them an advantage for the early game. But then if you look at players like Root and Deathly, then definitely in the late game this side could be very effective, so we'll have to see how each side uses their advantages. Looks like there's a Hydra here that, who the heck is this? The Blade is not taking. Looks like some air units from Deathly. I'm very grateful that in the bottom left you can see what player these units belong to. Otherwise I would get overwhelmed too, just by trying to watch all this. Open trying to make a push. He doesn't have any units with him though. He's got some back here. But the Blade coming in, so it looks like the first plan is to get 2v1 against Open, and Chevalier trying to wall him back. Open escapes. He's got his units in support, but against 2 ACUs, this could be very bad for him. Tiep trying to help his ally. Okay, Open is in a lot of trouble. He's getting attacked by 2 ACUs, and the Blade isn't really going to care about Tiep too much. He's got almost full health. And Open is the first victim of the game. He dies at 5 minutes. And now Chevalier's got to get out of there. He doesn't have a lot of health. All ACUs were damaged pretty heavily in that explosion. This game is without give, so Tiep is fortunate that he was right here so he can immediately get Open's old base. Looks like it's a 2v2 here on the bottom. Both sets of players trying to get Tech 2 point defense. It's actually no, it's a 3v2. Ketchup, Maverick, and Deathly against Kosher and Voodoo. Looks like a Freshie. Actually, looking at the game, Elias and Freshie are the only ones who've kept their ACUs at home. Everyone else is fighting, so we'll see how that impacts the game. But for the moment, it looks like Voodoo is able to hold, but he shouldn't be able to hold for too long against 3 ACUs. It's going to be very difficult for him. He's getting bombed pretty hard as well, lost a little bit of power. But these bombers from Deathly get killed pretty easily by Kosher. Tiep gonna secure this base with some Tech 2 units, and Root also coming in to help. He's getting some sort of upgrade. And so far the only action is Voodoo getting attacked by some bombers. Some shots being fired here, but mostly players are just making economy right now. This is that period in any team game where it just suddenly becomes silent and players just go to attacking. You see, not a lot of units are being produced by anybody. It's a very interesting design for a map. With 4 players on the sides and then 2 in the middle. Makes it and you can also get in through here, so can make it very interesting for team games. I would like to see this map with 12 of the very best players. We've got some of them here, like Voodoo and Deathly, and well, actually, yeah. And if all 12 spots were occupied by extremely good players like Lushan and Uber and Zoc, this could be an extremely epic map. Looks like actually both corner players. I'm just gonna curiously check. Where's Ketchup? Can you actually build here? No, you can't. This Hydra is bugged. So that's why no one has actually bothered to get the Hydra in the corner. Looks like left side is gonna secure the bottom choke point with point defense. And significant air forces from Root and the Blade up on top. Looks like the Blade is trying to micro. Root is just patrolling. And some Mercies being amassed here by Deathly. He's got one of them. I wonder how many he's planning to get. Tiet moving in with his Tech 2, Root in support. He's got some mobile shields, so very solid force. Chevalier needs to be careful. He's got only 5,000 health, no upgrades. Looks like some more bugged Hydros. Let's check it out. Or perhaps not. And I have completely missed Maverick getting killed. I was talking about random shit. But I'm guessing he was air sniped because he's going on ranting, so some Maverick rage here. Saying F you Freshy, so yeah, Freshy must have mercy sniped. And now Chevalier taken down, and the Blade might go down too here as well. Yeah. People dying everywhere. So in the space of just a few seconds, we've had 2 people go down. And so this is now a 4v5 or 4. Let's check how many people have died. 3 people, 4 people. So it's a 4v4. We've got a Root, Tiep, Deathly, and Ketchup surviving, as well as Kosher, Freshy, Elias, and Voodoo. So 4 people dead. It's a 4v4 now. And a lot of dead crap all over the place for people to pick up. Elias is doing that, and the right side is doing that as well. Deathly has already pounced upon Maverick's old base. Voodoo has now shifted to the top. He's trying to help up there. I guess he feels like he's safe on the bottom, that he won't be attacked for a while. And indeed, Deathly just seems to be making economy for himself. Not really making any units. He has a pretty hard swift wind spam, so he should have air control. That's actually a lot of swift winds, but Freshy's got a bunch of swift winds as well. But he's not spamming them nearly as hard, and he's making a whole bunch of Tech 1 anti-air. I'm not really sure why. And Freshy, with more mercies, he's looking to snipe someone else. Let's see if he's successful. And now, these are actually Deathlies, they're not a danger. Root is going to try to sneak some Auroras through the top. That could actually be a very good move if these engineers don't build anything, then those could actually do a lot of damage. Looks like Voodoo at the same time is making a push through the bottom. And Root is discovered. And all the mercies are moving out. He might have found a target for himself. You probably can't snipe Deathly. Well, actually, these are freshies, so you probably could. And a whole bunch of tactical missiles coming in, and Deathly hits the dust. Deathly is now out of it. And all these mercies just got shot out of the air by a flak. This is a hero flak, probably just saved his life, Tiep's life. But Deathly has died as well now, so now it's a 3v4. And more tactical missiles coming in from Voodoo. He's already sniped Deathly. And they break down the shield, they don't actually kill him, but now Tiep is under fire from a lot of hoplites. He might die. He needs to get out of there, but he gets the shield. And suddenly the hoplites need to retreat because they're not going to break through the ACU shield anytime soon. Tiep survives for now. Some Harbingers from Elias. They're going to attack Root's Auroras, but they need to be careful. There's a veterancy bonus. A Harby is good against a lot of Tech 1 if you keep it back. But if you bring it a little bit too close, it might get overwhelmed, just like we saw there. Looks like Voodoo. This is Voodoo, right? Somehow he has an Aurora. He is attacking Ketchup's base. Ketchup isn't doing anything about it. He probably thinks, well, now some hunters coming out. Might as well make a Mantis. And some more missiles. One of them just hit Ketchup's ACU. He's down to 4,000 health. One more missile will end his life. And more missiles coming in from Voodoo. Let's see what these hit. They were targeting at the same spot where Ketchup's ACU was standing, so it doesn't look like he has radar. Voodoo running all the way home. Actually, he's running past home. He's going to his friend, Kosher. Elias bringing some Harbingers through the Root. He should see them now, and he might do something about it. Root, in typical fashion, has a gigantic economy. See how he's doing. Where's his ACU? That is the question. I actually can't find Root's ACU. It's a little sad. Oh, there it is. Yeah, his ACU is just standing next to a factory. Actually, he's probably stuck. Because if you're surrounded like this, then the pathfinding gets fucked up and you can't get out. But I'll stop talking about that. Kosher rolling through with a whole bunch of hoplites. They're probably going to roll over everything here. And Ketchup needs to run for his freaking life. Freshie coming in with his enormous air force, and he's going to take air control. Ketchup with some ASF. Actually, no. Root with a lot of ASF. And actually, air will go to the right side team. Ketchup running back to his base. He's still under fire from a lot of hoplites. He needs to start overcharging and running and basically getting out. He's trying to bring in some Tech 2 gunships, but who is this now? Elias. Elias has now taken air. But Root comes in with his ASF. The Swift Winds can't do anything. And is Ketchup going to survive? He's now being targeted by everything. That's a huge volley to the face there. Ketchup running back. He's microing away. That's a lot of missiles that he just dodged. And looks like Ketchup might actually do it. He might pull it off. Now it's just mobile missile launchers, and those aren't very hard to dodge. He just got hit by one. And he just got a veterancy bonus that might have saved him there. And he and a bunch of gunships managed to clean it up. So Ketchup survives. Looks like everyone's attention was there. No one is looking up here. But Elias raids with some Harbingers and Root with a whole bunch of Restorers. He did lose a Tech 2 Mass Extractor here, so something might have happened. He's got a lot of Tech 1 point defense to prevent any shenanigans by Harbingers. Tiep, what is he doing? He's only got his ACU, and he's under fire from a lot of Tech 2 point defense. And from Bricks and Loyalists, he's down to 3,000 health. He's getting hit by missiles. Veterancy bonus, 2,000. He's got his purse, he's moving in. He's under the shield now. He's got 1,400 health left. So Tiep now dodging death. And will the left side team try to snipe him there? Well, Kosher's moving in with some gunships, some jesters. I'm not sure what those can do. Tiep just trying to survive here. Root moves in with Restorers to try to save his ally. He's going to be attacking the Tech 2 point defense. And Tiep unable to survive. He dies and is now a 4 versus 2. However, even at a 4 versus 2 state, Root still has a lot of Restorers, and he is focusing on LAS ACU, who does have a shield, but that's not going to last too long. Root's ACU suddenly finds himself standing in a lot of dead shit. And Elias now getting hit by strap bombers as well from Ketchup. Strap bombers and Restorers, he's really low on health. He's got to take down some of these strap bombers from Root. He's making more shields. He needs to get shields and flak. A lot of the Restorers are on low health. He might have built enough shields. Another strap bomber coming in from Root. So he's really pulling everything to try to kill Elias here, but it's not going to happen. He does manage to survive, so good work from Elias. But now the right side team with complete air control. Ketchup and Root combining, and now there's nothing the left-hand side can do about bombers. Although Elias has a shit ton of shields here, it's going to be very hard to get through. Root with an enormous economy. He's got 5 Tech 3 power generators. He's got a bunch of Tech 3 mass extractors. This is typical Root. He's packing the engines. He's doing everything right from an economical standpoint. He is going to be reclaiming all this stuff in Tiep's base. He is building a lot of strap bombers. So, even though it's still a 4 versus 2, the right side team is not completely out of it. They still have air control, and now Root moving out with all his strap bombers. And Ketchup with a bunch of strap bombers as well. And he says bomb fresh, so this could be a coordinated attack. All the bombers coming in, they still have air control. And yeah, Freshie hits the dust, so his base is going to die. All the bombers coming in for more. They're going to be attacked. Kosher and Voodoo are standing right next to each other. The bombs will be able to hit them at the same time. Shields go down. They need to... Jeez. Now they're splitting apart. But they're both getting hit. Voodoo goes down. Kosher goes down. And 3 ACUs die in just a matter of 20 seconds. All the bombers now focusing on Elias. Now it's a 2v1, and Elias is suddenly going to find himself with nothing around him. And now Root trying to get out of here. He's got a lot of Harpies coming his way. He's trying to bomb them to death. These could kill him if they get close enough. But for whatever reason, they're going to stop. So, and Root has a Tech 2 transport. He's going to get the fuck out of there. Ketchup with some gunships. So Ketchup and Root have now made this game 2v1 and strongly in their favor. Suddenly the game became very quiet. And this could be it. Root coming in with about 10 strap bombers. Elias under a whole bunch of shields. Once again, it's going to be very hard to stop, to break through everything. But if he just keeps throwing more and more bombs on him, eventually he will get the job done. I think Elias realizes what's happening. Ketchup also coming in with bombers. The ACU shield is done. He now has 10,000 health. All the shields are gone, and that's the end of the game. So from a 4v2, Ketchup and Root pull it through and win. So hopefully people enjoyed this 6v6. I know I did, and I'll see you guys later.